Hello and welcome again. This is Robert Schein, Managing Director and Partner of Blanke Schein Wealth Management. Today is our Friday Insights edition, and we're going to tackle the topic of Biden's proposed Stimulus 3.0, we'll call it at this point in time, and where we stand. So let's talk about our topic of the day, and thanks for watching. So last week you had President Biden announce his $1.9 trillion stimulus plan that is a direct aid to both states and municipalities and hospitals and schools, and those targeted, if you will, sort of a broad $1,400 per family, household, or person, depending upon how you look at it, aid for sort of the Stimulus 3.0. That's huge, $2 trillion, if you will, and that was the opening bid. Over this last week, we've had 10 Republican congressmen, meet at the White House, a 2-hour meeting, longer than actually anticipated. So that could be a quality sign that both sides are actually open to listening and sort of opening the process of the deal making. And this is part of the process right now, and they're proposed a $6 billion sort of counter offer. But this is the sausage making that happens in Washington. This is what we all elect our officials to do, is sit down, come together with some consensus as to what should be in it, what shouldn't be in it. Again, I mentioned $1,400 direct payments to those that are in need from the Biden's $1.9 trillion bill. And then $1,000 is the counter from the GOP, if you will. At this point in time, who knows? I'm not going to sit here and speculate with all of these, back and forth. In fact, this is going to take months. It could happen in March. I wouldn't hold your breath. Remember last year, I was pretty close in predicting the exact day as we got closer to, Congress actually making a deal happen. And it took a good 6 months of me reporting on this. So right now, don't hold your breath and actually don't get too anxious as to what the headlines or the opening bids of proposals of what they want versus what they actually get. Those could be two very different things. We're going to follow this, but why does this matter and why does this matter to you? Well, if you think about it, one of the proposed sort of initiatives within there is it's the, if they're going to give the money out to people, they also have to tax, right? So where are they going to get the tax money? Well, they're looking at taking the tax deductibility away from your 401k or your IRA contributions. Again, this is just what their opening bid is. This is what they're looking at. But that was reported in sort of an economic conference earlier this week. So as we pay attention to all of what we're seeing, what could be inside this bill, that is a big one. So we're going to be watching your retirement account, your IRA and your 401ks, and all of the sort of intricacies as it relates to taxation. So the key takeaway here is, we'll keep reporting on this. We'll keep staying on top of this for you. As well as bringing your team into the loop, right? Your CPA working with us here at Blanke Schein Wealth Management is critical because that's how we can navigate through sort of the new lay of the land and the new sort of framework that will be presented maybe later this year. And we'll see if it's retroactive for 2021 or if it goes into play in 2022 once it's finally passed into law. And that's always where the fun begins, because the back half of the year, if they make it retroactive, means that all of us in the planning world have to work extremely hard in a timely manner to take advantage of sort of navigating and preparing for sort of the 2021 rule changes, if you will. So they did that to us last year with the RMDs, if you will, and not making it mandatory as a coronavirus relief sort of stimulus to help those that didn't need to take it out of the retirement account, let your money grow. But this year they could change the rules again, so we'll pay a close attention to all of this, and that's why it matters. Now, the real take-home point, and I really want everyone to understand, is we're going to be reaching out to your CPA and estate planning attorney at Blanke Schein Wealth Management to update our records here. Why that's important is what we do know for certain is that go forward, policies will change, right? We know that there's death, we know that there's taxes, those are the certain, but we also know that change is the third certainty. So in terms of that, we want to be proactive with our clients. We want to know who your CPA is if you've changed, or if we haven't been in contact with them, we're going to reach out proactively with your approval. So we're going to be calling you on our daily or weekly and monthly rotational call with our team and asking you who your CPA is and who your estate planning attorney is. And again, if you haven't had your estate plan looked at in the last couple of weeks or months or years, quarters, now might be a good time to look at it, simply because the changes that could be on the horizon. And we just be prepared, right? We manage to the rules and the laws and the day that we're in, and then we also make our plans flexible so that they can change on a go-forward basis. That's the way we work together well in the sandbox with you and your other advisors as a team approach, and that's the most successful relationships we have at Blanke Schein Wealth Management. So again, where all eyes are on the ever-changing Washington negotiation. It's always fun. Don't get overheated or don't get too vested in one side or the other in terms of, worrying about this, worrying about that, because there's so much worrying that can happen between now and what's actually final. So just relax in the meantime. We'll be in touch, and we'll be seeing what we can do to help you save money and make money. And that's our job. So thanks for tuning in, and enjoy your weekend. And one final note, we have a Super Bowl weekend. We've got, the Chiefs and we have Brady and Gronkowski with the not with the Patriots anymore. They're with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have 2 black labs. We got them right before quarantine, and they're still puppies, but they're huge. One of them's Brady and one of them's Gronkowski. So who the Schein household is rooting for this Sunday for the big game. So enjoy yourselves, stay healthy and stay safe, and have a great weekend. Take care.